Hi there, heroes. You caught us doing a little bit of yoga. Why not just join on in? Today we have a special treat. We are going to perform a yoga routine. A beautiful day to do such movements. The wind flowing, whistling through our trees. It's an incredible morning. Let's do some yoga. Now today we have a special guest with us. Just look at the calmness which is in this young lady. Her name is Sadie. She is going to take us through an incredible, refreshing, and relaxing yoga. Now, Sadie, tell us a little bit why yoga is so important for the body.
It really does a good job of stretching your muscles out and gets you really relaxed when you're stressed.
You bet. And times like this can be stressful. Why not bring that calmness to our hearts and our minds and our souls through a little yoga? So without further delay, find yourself a yoga mat or just a spot on the grass in your backyard or front yard, maybe even in the front room. We could not waste the opportunity to be out in nature, so we're going to perform this in the backyard. Sadie, take it away.
Okay, so we're going to start in a cat-camel position. You're going to make sure your back is flat, and then slowly inhale, making your back arch really high. Not too high, but kind of high. And then exhale, and bring your chin forward and arch your back. And then just keep doing that for 30 seconds.
It looks like even Buster's getting in on the act. Buster, good. That's a great child's pose, Buster.
Dog positions, making sure your toes are on the ground, focusing on your breathing.
Focusing on the breathing, toes on the ground.
Now you're going to press your heels down to the ground, feeling that stretch in your calf.
Stretching the calf, toes on the ground.
Back to your toes. Just rock back and forth. Now go back to your heels one more time. Now we're going to do something called the twisted downward dog. You're going to twist your feet parallel, so they're like this. And you're going to feel a stretch in your hip. And just try to focus on your breathing. Now twist to the other side. For a couple more seconds. Now slowly position yourself in a plank position and then lower yourself to the ground and go up into an upward dog.
Oh, there's the upward dog right behind you. Very nice upward dog, both of you.
to bend back, placing your butt on your heels, going into child's pose. Step your feet forward and take a big breath and lift your arms high above your head. Now you're going to go back down and take another breath. Raise your hands above your head. Now we're going to cross our arms like this and then bend over and just swing back and forth.
Swing back and forth. Loosen up that lower back. Feel all that sitting that's been happening the last couple weeks. Release from your back. As you can tell, she's doing very relaxed movements, letting her body weight drop. It's a peaceful, calm, relaxing movement.
Now take another inhale, push straight up. And then you're going to go into a lunge with your right leg, placing most of your weight on the forward, making sure your toe is in front of your knee.
After workouts like yesterday, these kinds of workouts add to the flexibility and the strengthening of those muscles we used yesterday. Flexibility is so important when training for any kind of sport. Yoga is an essential, especially during this time when we have so many stresses around us.
Now lean back and smell your knee, not moving the knee behind you. Trying to reach for the toes in front of you.
Reach for the toes in front of you. Now I know you can see these incredible yoga moves, but man, the feel being in the backyard with the wind, what a spectacular day.
Now we're going to go into warrior one position, which is like this. You're going to place your arms like this, trying to look forward, and then pressing your heel towards the ground.
I feel every time I do yoga, adding some soothing music in the background helps me connect with my soul, helps me find more of a peace. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some rock and roll, some hippity hoppity hop, but man, sometimes that soothing music gets inside those cracks and crevices of the soul and the heart and the mind.
Now you're going to place your opposite arm of the leg in front of you on the ground, so it's going to be your left hand, and raise your right hand in the air, trying to look at your fingertips.
Now, for those who've just begun doing yoga classes, you may think flexibility is the only thing that you get out of this. But man, once you hold these positions, you'll feel muscle fatigue. Muscles are working holding these positions. It is a spectacular total body workout.
Now bring that hand to your other hand
bring it down to the
stretch in
side.
your hip.
A lot of times after a high intensity type workout, I have a couple aches and pains in my legs and my shoulders, my hips. Yoga, as I'm doing yoga, I can find those aches and pains and stretch them out just a little more. Once you start stretching, you'll know which muscles are being stretched, and you can really pinpoint the aches and pains that you're feeling.
Now we're going to turn our feet here in a plank position and slowly walk up to our hands. Now we're going to go into our other leg lunge. Leaning forward, putting all the weight on your front foot, making sure your knee isn't over your toes. Now slowly lean back, swelling that knee in front of you, putting most of the weight on your back knee now. Reaching for the toes. Now we're going to go back into our warrior one position, picking that knee off of the ground, and then putting your arms like that. Still focusing on your breathing.
Always make sure that breathing is controlled, and constantly the air is flooding in and out of you.
Now place your opposite hand, which is going to be your right hand, on this side of your foot, and then raise to the sky looking at your fingertips.
Once the world returns to normal, which it will, you have a little yoga experience. Almost all gyms around the community in the city have yoga classes. Find yourself a good yoga teacher, because I don't know if Sadie's going to be available once life starts again, but for now, we're lucky to have her.
Now place that hand by your other one, and push that leg out the other way, feeling the stretch in your hip again. If you want to, you can place this knee down, or you can keep it up like this.
As you notice, Sadie has no shoes and socks on. That way she can really feel the movements. If it was being done on just the grass, she could feel the grass, feel the earth. I love doing my yoga with no shoes on. And in class in PE, I don't know if you remember, guys, we would take our shoes and socks off as well when we did our yoga. Continue the same thing. Not only does it feel great, but it establishes a mindset of comfort and calmness. This is one of my favorites. If you've ever gone to an NBA basketball game, before the game begins, if you get a chance to watch athletes warm up, a lot of them perform certain yoga moves to increase their flexibility and readiness for the game. Yoga is in all aspects of sport because it has been proven to be such a great way to lengthen those muscles.
Now we're going to switch legs. Bring your other one to your chest.
For me, it is the calmness and the mind that gets the most satisfaction and enjoyment out of doing yoga.
For our last movement in session, you're just going to lay out with your palms facing up and listen to the surroundings around you.
This is my favorite part of the class. It is a workout, but at the end, finding yourself by yourself with your own thoughts is one of my favorite parts of my day. Now, a wise counselor, Mrs. Noterpole, once told me, it's almost impossible to keep the negative thoughts from our minds. So if we know there's going to be negative on a daily basis, how important is it to keep the positive flowing in our minds? For every negative thought that creeps into your mind, you got to get it out and put 5 positive thoughts in its place. Your mind has a hard time having a positive and negative attitude at the same time. Choose the positive. It is not easy, but as you continue to think positively and build yourself up, the sadness, depression, feelings of inadequacy will leave and be replaced with feelings of positive self-efficacy, positive self-worth. Guys, remember, heroes strong, always build yourselves and each other up. Sadie, fantastic job today. Thank you for joining us for an incredible yoga session with Sadie. Sadie, anything you want to say in closing?
And think positive.
Goodbye, heroes. Love ya. We'll catch you in a little bit longer. We're going to play some games tonight. Come on back and have a wonderful day.